Welcome. In front of me is a POCO F5 Pro, and today I will show you a couple tweaks and the tricks you can do on this device. So we're gonna start off obviously by having our settings probably not open, so let's do that again. Now in here we're gonna navigate into the display section where we will find the light and dark mode. By default the device will be most likely in light mode, but apart from just a typical switch between them, under that you have a schedule dark mode, which when enabled will automatically swap between the two modes depending on the time of day, which is a pretty handy option. Now going back, in here we also have color scheme, a little bit lower. Now by default the phone will be set to vivid, which for some people this might be a little bit too overdone. I personally am not a fan of vivid mode. I tend to think that it's just oversaturated. So if you have the same opinion about it, you can choose from any other options that are a little bit lower, like saturated for some reason, which one would argue that vivid is already saturated enough, but we have original color and advanced settings. Now advanced settings, I believe, there we go, has a actually color calibrated options like sRGB or P3. So I'm gonna just choose one of those. Now the image will obviously look a little bit less saturated now, and the white might look a little bit more warm than you used to, but personally I do prefer it that way. So if you like it, obviously choose whichever one you prefer. There's not really any kind of wrong or right option right here. Obviously this is all up to preference. Now moving on a little bit down the display settings, we have the AI image engine, which just has a couple enhancements for images and videos, I believe. So you have super resolution, which upscales a video. It will consume more battery. All these options right here will consume more battery because they use the processor in this device to tweak an image to make it look better in one way or another. This one tries to make it look like it's higher resolution than it is. So if you have a blurry image because it's like super low resolution, the super resolution will try to upscale it, make it look sharper and overall better. So if you want, you can enable that. Below that we also have the AI image enhancer. This just enhances the colors on the image, like the shadows, the colors in general. So obviously if you like it, you can enable it. As you can probably see, there's not much of a difference between these two. It does add a little bit more saturation to the image. Then we have also AI HDR. That might be a interesting one considering this is using a AMOLED display, so obviously it will look better with it. But again, as all the images here, it will consume more battery life whenever you're watching, for instance, videos that will be forcing on HDR. So there we go. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the show notifications, which is actually not under the display. It's in the notifications and control center. And then notification, no, not this one. Where is it? Status bar, there we go. So here we have the toggle show notification icons. So as you can see, when we have some icons right here, you can actually toggle them off. Now the notifications are still here when you pull down your shade, but you just don't have the icons of them. This is primarily for just a little bit of a cleaner look on your device and doesn't really serve any purpose outside of that. So moving on to the next option, which is in the home screen section in the settings right here, we have the what's called a -1 screen. By default this is the Google Discovery, Google Feed, however you want to call it, this page right over here. So you can actually change it to be something like the upvolt or nothing. So nothing would basically remove this page altogether, and the upvolt is this. Now going back, last thing that I'm going to show you is the system navigation. So right now I'm using the typical button nav, but we can change it to gesture navigation right here. And also under the gesture navigation, we do have the option to learn it. I already know how to use it. Once you enable the gestures, you also have the option to hide the bar from the bottom. Again, not now. Now it asks us if you want to learn it. It doesn't change anything in terms of usability, it just hides the bar for a cleaner look, and also shifts the applications a little bit further down to accommodate for the extra space that we got from removing the bar. So that's about it. It's more of a cosmetic change once, well, apart from the actual gestures, which change the way you navigate through the device altogether. But there we go. Those are all the tweaks and tricks that I want to share with you. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.